What's up? I just saw the Nun. Yep. Oh my god, I can't wait for Halloween. Halloween looks awesome. It's been getting great reviews. The trailers have been excellent. Oh my god, it looks so good. You ever leave a movie and you know deep down in your heart you didn't hate it. You didn't even really dislike it. You just thought it was about as average as it gets when it comes to whatever genre it is. Horror movie, romance, comedy, action, whatever it is. You ever leave a movie and you just feel depressed because it was so generic? You're not feeling any anger because it was so bad, and you're not feeling a lot of joy and like, oh, that was great because it was so good. You're just feeling nothing. And that makes me depressed a little bit because this is a part of a franchise I actually kind of like. Annabelle 1 withstanding, I pretty much liked all the other Conjuring films. Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, Annabelle 2. Annabelle 1 I didn't like, but that one was about the same as this. This movie just left me just barren. Like, I was just like, I don't care. Like, the movie is so fucking formulaic and dull and boring and inconsistent. I just could not stand watching this movie. But again, I didn't hate it. There's good performances. There was some creepy atmosphere. The Abbey itself looked really gothic and cool. It was creepy. You know, I saw a lot of a lot of crosses, which I like. I don't know why. I like when there's a cross in a horror movie. I don't know why. That just sets a mood. Not sure why. It just does. Like, that's a little thing about me. I like crosses in my horror movie. Okay, it just feels old school, like Dracula, like Hammer horror movies. You know, and the acting is decent. The performances are not bad at all, that's for sure. There's a couple of fun little scare moments that are supposed to be scary, but I found to be like, that was kind of fun. You know, it was like a fun scare where it like startles you, but you go, oh, okay. But besides that, the stuff I said, I really can't find anything else that I really enjoyed in this movie. I would say about a 10% of it I enjoyed, you know? And I thought the performances were okay. It was a well-made movie for the most part. The editing was okay. It was just so generic. It was just like the Slender Man movie that came out, except that movie was so incomprehensible at times. I was just like, okay, all right. They just didn't give a shit. In the editing room, at least, they didn't give a shit because I just didn't understand what happened to certain characters and stuff, and just like what the fuck was going on. And that was a bad movie. It was horrible. Let's not kid around. I said it wasn't that bad. Thinking about it more, that movie's horrible. But this movie just feels hollow, and it's just going by the numbers. Where the Conjuring movies, and even Annabelle 2 at least, had like some sort of vision and some like artistic and creative, I don't know, integrity to them. This just feels like it's going through the motions. Why? Because they wanted to make a movie about the nun from The Conjuring 2, because The Conjuring 2 was a creepy movie, and that nun was creepy. She gave a Luigi death stare that was swallow your soul, and it was creepy in that movie. But here, first of all, the nun is like, you know, a non-existent entity until the last like 10 minutes, where you don't really see her much, and whenever you see something, it's like other nuns being creepy and just like dark shadows and stuff. That's pretty much what you get for most of the movie until like the last 10 minutes, where the nun really reveals herself out and she just like starts doing her nun shit. It's so poorly done when it comes to the scares. The scares are so telegraphed and obvious. It's that kind of shit where it's just like, they move the camera this way, they move the camera this way, and then the character breathes a sigh or release, like, oh, there's nothing there, and then they turn around, oh, there's something there, and a loud music plays, and like they either wake up and go, oh, it was a dream, or the thing starts charging at them and they go like this or something, and then they look back and it's gone. It's the same shit we've been seeing for years. And The Conjuring was really good about not doing that. Conjuring 1 and 2, James Wan knows how to set up a creepy shot. How about that part in Conjuring 2 where she's interviewing that one demon character, and like the camera moves around the little girl, And at one point, the little girl changes into this like this old man demon, and it's really creepy. There's not too much like loud jump scare music. It was effective. Okay, the atmosphere was great in those movies. Even Annabelle 2 was just kind of fun. I mean, it had a lot of jump scares, but it was fun, and I was with the characters. There was fun moments in that movie. Here, there's a couple of fun jump scares. Everything else is generic as a fucker. I couldn't stand it because it was just so like obvious where it was going. Like, this movie doesn't even feel like it needs to belong in this universe. At least Annabelle 2 actually clarified some things. Here they barely do anything to clarify what the nun is. Dude, this is what the nun is. It's a demon. We've already talked about what this nun is in Conjuring 2. We already got the description of what she was. Okay, she's a demon. Valak. There you go. We already knew that in Conjuring 2. Here we get a couple of a priest and a nun investigating in a abbey, and they figure out that it's a demon, and there was some thing about like Templars trying to kill this demon and stuff, and we get little bits of like information about this demon and what happened in the past. But besides that, it's just the same shit. People walking down a hall, ooh, jump scare. People walking down a hall, nothing happens. Someone looks around, then they look behind themselves, oh, there's a jump scare. It's the same shit. And you know what? There's times where the jump scare noise, where it's just loud, boom, or whatever, happens before the jump scare is even on the screen. Which is like, it gets loud before you even see the thing we're supposed to be scared. So at this point, the movie shouldn't even have any visuals. It should just be loud noises. You just go into a theater, you put a blindfold on, and you just wait until the loud noise happens. You just go here like, I can't wait until I get scared. Bong! Like, it might as well just be that. Because that's exactly what you're getting from these fucking movies. Okay, I'm sick of them. I'm fucking sick of them. So maybe I am angry. Actually, I guess I am angry. Never mind. I take it back. You know, I am feeling emotion. I'm not depressed anymore. Now I'm just angry. I was depressed leaving the theater. Now talking about it in front of a camera, now I'm just pissed. Okay? The movie is completely lacking in imagination. It's formulaic as hell. And I'm not even talking about just the scares. I'm talking about the story itself is so formulaic. A priest and a nun go into the abbey. They meet with one of the local residents, and he's like the smarmy, kind of funny character. By the way, the comedy in this movie falls completely flat. It's not funny even a little bit. They go into the abbey, there's creepy stuff. The father is just like, oh, wandering around, there's a creepy thing. The nun is walking around, it's a creepy thing. It's just generic formulaic shit, and at the end there's a bunch of shit revealed, and maybe they exorcise the demon. I won't fucking spoil that for you, but I mean, can I even spoil this movie for you? If you're dumb enough not to immediately guess how it's gonna end, then I don't know what to do for you, bro. I really don't. Yeah, it's not a good movie. I don't have anything else to say. I'm just depressed. Like, Hereditary was great. I loved Hereditary. Quiet Place was a fun little movie. It wasn't really scary, but it had fun moments. But it was a really good like family drama where I really cared about the characters. That's why I loved that movie. Not because it was scary. It really wasn't. The sound design was excellent. The characters were really likable. The acting was great. It was a really unique movie. This is not unique. It's a nun. You know, they had one creepy visual in a different movie that was way better. And they said, you know what? Let's take that visual, and then make a shitty movie out of it. That's a great idea. Oh, bravo. Where's James Wan? Oh, he's doing Aquaman? All right, we can't take him. Fuck him. Let's get some guy. I don't know. Who's the director? I think the director, literally when the movie ends, it says directed by some guy. And I apologize to the guy that directed this. It might not even been your fault. You know, it could just been the studio saying, like, just make it generic. You know, obvious thrills for the audience. We don't want to challenge them too much. Even though The Conjuring was just, I don't know, it's just, maybe The Conjuring, the reason why I really love The Conjuring 1 and 2 is because of the characters. Ed and Lorraine Warren are great characters, and I know they're real people, but in these movies, they're characters. Let's be honest. They might be based on real people, but they're not really based around those real people. And the acting between Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson is great. Here we have Tessa Farmiga, who is the sister of Vera Farmiga, who's not playing the same character, which is weird because there's times where she lets her hair down and it looks literally like a younger version of Vera Farmiga. So I was like, is this the same character? But no, it's not the same character at all. It wouldn't even make sense plot-wise and timeline-wise, I don't think. Well, actually, it would make sense timeline-wise, but it just doesn't make sense plot-wise that it would be her because she's a nun in this. How the fuck? It wouldn't even make any sense. It would be rewriting history because these are obviously real people, like I said. But she does a good job. She is good in the movie. It's just so blah. Like, I don't know, the characters are fine enough, but you don't really get a sense of, like, any kind of depth from them. They're just, they're the stock characters. You got the priest, Damian Bashir, who I think is a very underrated actor, and he needs to have his next moment, because he's been in a lot of bad movies recently, or not even bad movies, just bad roles, I should say. Even Alien Covenant, like he was barely fucking in that movie. And when I heard he was in it, I was like, oh, that might be cool. I like Damian Bashir, but and here it's the same thing. He's just a priest that goes around. He's like, oh, I have sinned. Oh, fuck, I don't care. And then you got the French character, this French Canadian guy that shows up, who's like the handsome looking dude, but he's like a little scruffy. But you know, he's supposed to be the handsome guy for all the little girls that are watching this movie, and to go, ooh, he's so cute. He looks like the guy from Divergent. That's what he looked like. He looked like the guy from Divergent. I forgot his name. Whatever the actor's name is. That's what he looked like to me. And then you got the girl who everybody's supposed to, you know, all the girls that are watching this movie are supposed to like relate to because they're fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was mean. I'm just angry. I'm sorry. Now look at me. I'm a fat white kid talking about a fucking horror movie. What do I know? But it's just, yeah, I'm done. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this movie. How about that? Just that. There we go. Bam. Fuck this movie. I didn't like it. If I had to give it a score, I'd probably give it. I'd give it a 16 out of 40. That's below average. That's like a 4 out of 10. It's a 4 out of 10 if you don't want to do the math yourself. 16 out of 40 is a 4 out of 10. There you go. I didn't like it. How much did I like the Nun? None. And it with a pun. Fuck you.